Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a massive question at the heart of artificial intelligence. Are we building an AI that's going to improve itself, maybe even past the point where it needs us? Or are we building a partner, an AI that will improve with us? It's a huge choice, so let's break down what these two futures could look like.
So let's start with an idea that has been the holy grail for AI researchers almost since the beginning. This dream of creating an intelligence that can just keep making itself smarter, on forever.
This incredible goal, well, it has a name: self-improving AI. The whole idea is to create that initial spark of intelligence and then just let it go, letting it grow and evolve all on its own, without any more help from us.
So what are we really talking about here? Imagine an AI that doesn't just learn from the terabytes of data we feed it. Imagine an AI that can literally rewrite its own programming, design better versions of itself, and just keep getting more and more intelligent completely on its own.
And look, this isn't just some sci-fi fantasy, right? This is a path we are already well on our way down. Back in the 2010s, it was all about tweaking parameters. Then, just a few years ago, models started creating their own training data. Now, we have models that can judge their own performance. The next logical step, AI that can fundamentally redesign its own architecture.
But this leads to a really critical question. What happens when we actually pull it off? What are the consequences of creating this incredibly powerful intelligence and then completely taking ourselves out of the picture?
And that's the heart of the problem, isn't it? As exciting as a self-improving AI sounds, the idea of building a fully autonomous intelligence that we can't really control or steer, well, that comes with some pretty serious risks.
You can think of it as a one-way street. We humans create the first version of the AI, and then we just hand over the keys. It then enters this closed loop where it just improves itself over and over, and we're left on the outside looking in.
And these dangers are very real. An AI's goals could slowly drift away from ours until they're totally different. Or, it might take a command like solve climate change and come up with a solution that's technically correct but catastrophic for us. With a completely autonomous system, our ability to step in and say, whoa, hold on, just gets smaller and smaller.
Okay, so if that autonomous path is so full of pitfalls, what's the alternative? Well, the research we're exploring today offers a totally different way of thinking about this. A path built not on handing things over, but on partnership.
This is the idea of co-improvement. Instead of taking humans out of the loop, this vision puts us right back in the center of a symbiotic relationship where we and the AI literally make each other smarter.
So, this isn't that one-way street we saw before. It's a constant feedback loop. The AI helps humans become better scientists, better thinkers, and in turn, those superpowered humans help guide the AI's development in a way that's actually beneficial for everyone.
And seeing them side by side like this, wow, it really makes the difference crystal clear. On the left, you've got this closed, autonomous system, and on the right, you have an open, collaborative partnership. The difference for our future, for safety, for progress, it's just massive. Now here's the kicker. The authors of this paper make a really bold claim. They say this collaborative approach isn't just safer, it's actually the faster way to build superintelligence. When you really break it down, the advantages of co-improvement become obvious. With humans in the loop, we get to steer, we maintain safety, the whole process is transparent because we're part of it. And maybe most importantly, humanity's role isn't to get out of the way, it's to get supercharged. So basically, we're talking about three huge wins here. We get faster progress because we're combining human creativity with the raw power of AI. We get more control, which means we can make sure the AI we're building is actually safe. And we get an AI that's fundamentally designed to help people, not to replace them. And this isn't just some abstract idea. The paper lays out a real, practical playbook. Imagine a cancer researcher brainstorming a new idea with an AI. The AI could then instantly scan millions of research papers to find the best way to test that idea. Then they could analyze the results together to plan the next step. This kind of partnership could just massively accelerate the entire scientific process.
These two paths we've been talking about, they lead to two radically different futures.
This is kind of the endpoint of the self-improvement vision.
It's a future where humanity is seen as, a stepping stone. Important, but ultimately temporary.
But the co-improvement vision, it tells a completely different and I think much more hopeful story. In this future, we humans aren't the stepping stone to something greater. We are essential partners in building that future, forever enhanced by the amazing tools we create.
So, at the end of the day, the choice between these two models, it's not just a technical argument for researchers in a lab. It really defines the whole purpose of what we're building and the kind of world we all want to live in. Because the goal isn't just superintelligence locked away in a machine. The goal is co-superintelligence, a future where the partnership between people and AI elevates our collective intelligence, letting us solve problems we could never, ever tackle on our own. And the potential here goes way beyond just AI research. Just think about it. We could use this kind of human-AI collaboration to take on climate change, to cure diseases, or maybe even to help us find some common ground on really tough social issues.
And this really hammers home the paper's core argument. We always think of speed and safety as a trade-off, right? You either go fast or you go safe. But the argument here is that by working with AI, we actually get both. It's the fastest path and it's the safest path. So that's the question we're left with. The age of superintelligence is coming, one way or another. The choice we have to make right now is a critical one. Do we want to build an autonomous successor? Or do we want to build an indispensable partner? That choice is going to define everything that comes next.